The other day we received this comment on our YouTube channel.
RogueBrothers, I need some help. After hundreds of years researching jewelry, my old mate Gandalf turned up and has cowardly betrayed me. All I wanted to do was help my neighbor Saruman, so I put his employees to work cutting down an overgrown forest and digging a few holes to industrialize this backward land and boost the economy. The local king Theoden was very receptive to my ideas and was being a big help. That was until nosy Gandalf and his violent friends turned up and thwarted my very important work. When I sent some orcs to reason with them, they had them all killed. To make matters worse, a load of walking trees then flooded my home. I'm thinking of running away to start a business growing weed up north. Can you help me? Saruman the White. Kiss.
Let us see if we can save this campaign. Let's see what this situation looks like then. This is the main problem right here that Saruman was writing in about. We have Ugluk here. He's just attacked the Hornburg and lost. And there's a beaten up army. We have Rohan on the right and on the left. We have Legolas here. And he's a 9-star general, so he's very good. We also have Gimli here. I'm pretty sure he's not as good a general. Let's have a look. No, he's a 6-star commander. And we have High King Aragon right here. And he is a 10-star commander. Very powerful, very hard to kill. Grimmer the Legend is hanging out. But we have a big problem here. This army is in a bit of a pickle. There's a lot of enemies around, so we'll have to try and work out how to deal with all of this and try to save the save. But poor Saruman, he's been absolutely dogpiled, not fair for him. But we will see what we can do. Right, let's get some objectives for this campaign so we don't play on forever. Number 1, we need to survive. It's a save your save, so we can't be dying, we need to survive. Number 2, we need to own Isengard. If we lose it, we'll get it back. We need it to be successful. 3, destroy Rohan. We need revenge. We can't have them just piling in. We need to go back and fight them. Number 4, revenge on the Fellowship. There's 3 of them there who have come and joined in and dogpiled us. We need to kill them. And 5, no friends. So the friends that we have, we're keeping, which is Dunland in the northwest. We can keep them. We can make no new friends. We're playing on very hard difficulty, which means we can't make friends. People don't like us. They don't make friends with us, and we just have to deal with that. So let's end the turn and let's see what happens straight away. So Isengard's under attack. Independent realm, which is Treebeard here. So this is what he was talking about. Here he is, Saruman the White, looking great with his soldiers. Here they go. Really good stats on these guys. Let's see how they deal with Ents. And as you can see, there's tons of them. Look at them. They look really scary. Look at those. Absolutely scary looking guys. Loads of them all the way back here. They have catapults. Treebeard's probably one of these guys. They don't really look like he does in the film, but that's okay, because he's just a tree. Now here we go. Let's run in. Let's see how good our faction leader is. We got a special Voice of Saruman ability, so probably use that to help us out against these guys. See how we do. So 1v1. That charge looked pretty bad, but our guys are getting back off the ground. And here he is, Saruman, trying to take on a tree. Already bleeding. Not a good start. Whoa, he's getting punched to pieces. Here we go. Come on, Saruman, you can take one out. Oh no, he's just getting kicked about. Oh dear. And he's dead. That did not go well. That was against one unit. I think, let's see how the stats look. Oh no. 1 kill. That was bad. Alright, attempt 2. Let's try something different. Let's no longer have our faction leader in Isengard. We're going to run away. We haven't entered the turn yet. Here he is. Saruman the White. Run away in a fort. So now let's have a look around and see what we can actually do now that we know that we're losing Isengard. We're losing that money. So we're going to have to see how we can deal with that. There's no army in there. We couldn't get an army to reinforce, so we had to run him away. So now we're going to end turn and see what happens. Right, here we are. We're right here. I've sent Saruman up to have a little look. He's still 10-star. He's got some potential to get some mercenaries, which is good to know. And we're right on the border of Isengard, which is now called Treegarth of Orthanc. So that's exciting. They've renamed it. There he is, Treebeard, the conqueror of Isengard. What a joker. Terrible leader. And yet I can't do anything about that. Look how good they are. I didn't stand a chance. Okay. Alright, so we're going to just basically leave that and have to come back later. So that's really sad. And right down here, the Rohirrim have moved up. So we've moved Grimmer Wertang to keep an eye on anyone in the east coming. But look, Aragon's turned up. This 10-star general. Are we going to have a better opportunity to take him out than now? I'm not really sure. So we'll have to try and wait for the right opportunity, because we don't want more Rohirrim around. So we're going to have to just leave Isengard alone for a bit. Let's get some soldiers together. Let's try take out Aragon. Because the other option was we can run up north and go and, you know, start that weed business he was talking about. That might be a worst case scenario. But maybe we'll try and fight for now, see how long we can hold, and see how we do. We held off down here against the Gondorians because we have a militia garrison that pops out when attacked. But we can't build any units anywhere because we haven't got enough of the culture of Melkor. So we're going to have to try and recruit units where we can, which is right here in this zone here and this zone here. That's all we can build units for. No one else. Not even over here with Lurtz. So look, no recruitment. So Lurtz is just kind of over in the far west with very few units. But of course, if you're in a stronghold, you get a few militia garrison if you built the right building, which does help when the enemy attack, which we're going to find useful because we can't afford many units, because we're going to have a lot of loss of income thanks to losing Isengard. So we've got a bit of money in the Folberg, but we're very tempted to head up to the northwest to go and take land, maybe start the weed business. But for now, I've got a lot to think through, a lot to work out. So probably will get these mercenaries. I just need to get anything because it takes such a long time to build units on this campaign. And we can't actually build anything here yet, but we're actually getting some money even after losing out on our main place. But profits are down, but that's always going to be a thing. You want to spend all the money you've got, try and build as many buildings as we can, right here, right here, right here. Just get it all coming, invest our money, try and grow as quickly as possible, and just hold on to what we've got. It's not too bad at the moment, but the plan is good. I like the plan. We're going to go ahead. We're going to grab our big leader here. We're going to go down to the Foldberg. We're going to collect as much as we can on our two generals. We're going to kill Aragon while we've got the chance, because he's got reinforcements coming. We need to win this fight. So let's get in 10-star and 10-star. So here we are on the battlefield. I've organised my units because I don't really know what they're like yet. We've got a lot of archers, which isn't a great start. But we've got a lot of archers, so we're firing on them. They have archers too. We spread out a bit so we don't get hit too much. Not got that many infantry. We're trying to take out as much of their powerful stuff as possible. They've got riders, which is quite scary. We're going to have to deal with a lot of those with the Rohirrim. Let's try and move you guys around, try and draw them into our main force. But look, they've got a lot of stuff. They've got cavalry. So here we go. Let's see what our infantry are like against theirs. So we have our Reavers going in, hitting hard. Let's try and flank them. Let's get around the side. Archers keep firing. Our archers actually been pinned in here with the cavalry, but if we can pin them there, it will stop them charging in. So although archers are terrible against them, we just need to hold them in place and keep firing over the top. Get our goblins in. Let's try and get a flank going. Flanking in this game is very important. Would highly recommend play this game. Get around them. Get around them, pin them in place and get around the outside. Alright, so we're still here fighting away. We're getting the surround going. We've got some wardens here that we can hold off on the side. Here's the Grey Company. This is Aragon, so it's going to be a big problem. But we're sending basically Saruman in to fight him and try and get the surround. We've managed to pick off enemies. It's going to be a long campaign, but if we can kill Aragon, this will be a massive start. Right, okay, keep flanking, take out the last of their archers up north. It's been quite a gory battle to start off. It's quite fun to get to know some of these units, but not a lot has gone on other than just... because all the units are quite dark. Black on dark brown, but here we go. We've surrounded Aragon, we've managed to kill everything off, and it's just Aragon left. He's in here somewhere. We've managed to pin them down, we've managed to fight them off. Can we finish him off? He's in there yeah! We got him. Right, okay. A little goblin got him. The little terrible goblin got the victory. Not too bad. Well done, guys. We've killed the High King, Aragon. That was a very costly start to this entire campaign. And look at that. There's the stats. An absolute slaughter to start. Not probably the best thing to do, but it's part of our objectives, and we need to complete objectives. A lot killed there by the Guard of the Hand, which is Saruman himself. And here we go. The Dunedain leader is dead. Woohoo! Great news. So that worked very well. A noble death. Ugluk died in that fighting, and Hoshnaz died in that fighting, but we got him, and their army routed. Not a bad start. Let's hope nothing else turns up the road from Rohan. Look at these guys. There's only 5 of them left. Not brilliant. Probably not the best thing to do to start, but these guys are good, but we're not going to be able to recruit them for a while. Alright, so we've got a general. Very important to take every general that we are offered. We have a few units have been built. We want to go support this because Gondor apparently have been attacking down there, and we need to stop that happening. But as we see, we're trying to build as many units. We want Tana, anything that will make us money. We need to invest it. Any unit, we want to grab it. And look, we have all this stuff that we can build. But we want wargs. We want a bit of hit and run tactics, because at the moment, if enemies run, they run away and we'll keep coming back. Alright, ended turn. Look what turned up. A massive army of Rohirrim have arrived. So this is a tricky save actually. I thought it would be quite hard, but this is already turning out to be tricky. Straight from the beginning, we've managed to get Aragon. Looks like Gondor haven't turned up, but we're going to have to keep trying to hold this. Let's keep moving Mazbug across. Let's make sure that we get a lookout tower so we can see if they come through the gap, because we want to know if they're coming so we can reinforce. Go guys, go find out if we can go start our drug deals. Right, let's move as much down as possible to go and support if we can and try and fight this. Alright, so I've got some soldiers from Lord Saruman, and we have here Shagbug.
She call me Mr. Bombast.
Wonder who got that name, eh? Shagbug, the legend himself. Here we go. We need to take on Captain Goofwine. And you know what? This will probably be quite an easy fight because he's only a captain. And captains, if you don't know in this game, they don't have any command, but they can be beaten. So here we are, we're in this big fight, we're going to go pin in the Rohirrim. They don't have much cavalry, which is good for the Rohirrim. We're going to try and pin them in with archers, and we're going to try and send in the soldiers. We're just trying to pin them in place. These cavalry are a massive problem because we've got no spears. But we've got Shagbug, the legend himself. We need to hit them as hard as we can. Try and pin those scouts, because even though they're peasant scouts, our cavalry in this game so powerful. Okay, and so yeah, that's it. If we hit this one on the side, get that fleeing going, and if we can kill their captain with their really low command, he'll be quite weak. They will all run, and then we can chase them down because we have a 10 command in Saruman. That's basically how we're going to survive. Kill their captains, use our high command, and try and... even their skirmish cavalry are weak. And look, they're already starting to run. Okay, that's good. That's having Saruman, the high command general. Okay, pin them in place. Saruman, I need you to get involved because general units replenish pretty quickly and they're pretty good. I can see a lot of numbers dropping quickly where the cavalry are hitting. Need to keep moving my units forward, hitting hard. As you can see, we're doing alright. We're getting a bit of a flank going on the side. Their cavalry there looking like they're dropping off. Okay, so we need to keep the pursuit going. We need to keep... this is another thing about cavalry, is they can get out of engagements and get back in, and we just want to pin them. That's it, right there, pin them in place. Don't let the cavalry out. And we've got their general. Okay, this should be it. This should be game. Look how big our army is, and if we can win this, we can hold this land. We should should be able to hold the city against most of what they send towards us if we can get those spears down. Oh, look at that clear victory. Look at that absolute slaughter. We lost 800 men, 1200 men remaining. They've got 500 left. We can replenish that many men. That's okay. Good victory to us. Now let's see what happens in the next turn. Okay, so we ended turn, and look, another army has turned up, and Shagbug once again is there. They've got a general joining in. Few more cavalry, but a bit weak still. Okay, that's not bad, so that's good. And they come in to siege us once again. But if we can fight this off with Saruman, I think we're in a good place. Okay, so we've zoomed in. Let's fight this battle. Let's see how we do against another Rohirrim army. Okay, so that once again was another victory. Once again, pinned them, kill as many as we can. And there we go, and execute. So we're just going to be executing them non-stop. We can't let them in. And we are actually getting quite knocked back. But look right ahead. Gimli's there. And Legolas is there. And we have Saruman the White. So I think what we can do is we can try and take these guys on and finish off the Fellowship who are local as soon as we can. We don't have much more going on. We tried to retrain some of the units to lost last turn, but it looks like we're going to have to have a look. There's no one around. Okay, Rohan have been weakened. A few units down here. I think this is our chance to get Gimli and to get Legolas while we have the opportunity. Their generals are just so tough that they run away before they die at the moment. But here we go. We attack Gimli. Look at that. He's a 10-star general if you attack him, and the odds are not in our favour. So what I've done, I've reinforced and attack again. Brought Shagbug out. Shagbug, the legend, up against Gimli. These guys look good. This is going to be tough. We've got 800 men. He's got 140. So the odds don't seem that good. Alright, so here we are. I've charged in Saruman. Try and pin him. Charged in Shagbug to try and pin him in place. There they are. And now we're going to surround him with absolutely everyone. This is Gimli, and the odds were still really high in their favour. We've got a wide line to try and get a really good surround, because that will knock their morale. That will mean if you hit them from all sides in this game, they seem to get a bit knocked back, and it stops them trying to kill your men. But as soon as we get Saruman and Shagbug at the front, they should be alright to try and hold the enemy in place, and if they lose units, that's fine. It's these units out here that I want to try and keep the numbers up. Alright, so we managed to kill everyone. And there he is, in the middle of all of it. Gimli has been killed. It was an absolute slaughter. He really didn't have much to help against us. And Gimli is a goner.
What a silly, hairy man.
Okay, so now, I think we take on Legolas while we've still got a bit of movement left. Let's do it. We've taken out Gimli. Let's take out Legolas. Let's get the whole three of them out. Early days. Now here we are, halfway through the battle. We've managed to pin Legolas in place. Or pin his units in place, and these guys really don't seem very good. Look, so this is the unit of Legolas, and they don't really want to fight by the looks of it.
Pointy-eared weirdo.
Okay, so come on out, help out. That's him. Legolas is dead. That wasn't even. I didn't even get a surround on him. He was a 9-star general, just killed. Are they not very good, these guys? I would have thought that Legolas would have really good units, but look at that. Absolutely slaughtered, and without Legolas, this army will go, but we need it to flee the battlefield first. Let's have a look. They're not very good. Okay, they've not got much armour, they haven't got much anything. So we have now got Legolas dead, Gimli dead, Aragorn dead, early days in the campaign. We can tick that off the list. That is a success. We have taken revenge on the Fellowship. Their Fellowship is not going to do very well without the High King and his friends. Okay, so we've already started strong. Still a lot of the missions, objectives to do, but this from the beginning is good. We're looking very weak elsewhere, so the actual campaign is still looking weak. We still can't recruit any units here. We still need more money income, and we need another watchtower in case they come up round that corner. I've just received a message from Mr. Saruman via Palantir, and he told me,
if you don't subscribe, I will track you down and make you breakdance against your will, like I did to Gandalf.
Thank you for your wise words, Saruman. And I would like to add, if you enjoyed this content, please do drop a like. And if we get lots of support, we can even think about helping out other poor souls in their campaigns. Okay, so how are we doing? The Hornburg is still stacked full of units. The Folberg is still weak. And they're still rohirring around, so every single turn I basically get attacked, and I'm just basically holding on with all I've got. We're still very low on the ground, and if it wasn't for having militia in some of these cities, we would be in trouble really. But at the moment, Rohan in the east, Gondor in the west, but finally we've got these spears, Dunland's long spears, which will really help out in a city defence. So that is brilliant. These guys with their spears, we'll hopefully upgrade them at some point so they have better armour. But Saruman here is still here. He still hasn't travelled northwest to start his drug deals. But at the moment, he's just helping out hold off. He's taken out some of those pesky Fellowship. Look at this. Look at this. Right down here. The One Ring has been located. Wonder if we can get our hands on it. It's a bit far away. We're a bit weak at the moment. It will appear again later on in the campaign somewhere else. But here you go. Dolamarov. The ring has appeared. Don't know how they know that. Don't know how word has spread. We have nothing to go down there and see that with, but at least I know that there's a city there. And it's the Dalameroth, so that'll be scary, probably later on in the campaign. And I need to make sure I build as much stuff as possible, like I was saying. Still can't recruit anything. We're getting rid of some of this other cultures, but it's taking a long time. And Rohan will not stop attacking us. More armies. Every time I built an army, they just keep coming back. And the Elf Elm, he was down to 1 unit, now he's up to 25. It's a non-stop battle. That's the problem with very hard, is the enemy just seems to spawn armies out of nowhere. So we're going to be holding Foldberg for a while. Saruman's just sat here. There's no chance to go up and start our weed business yet, because we still got hope. But look, jump out here. Recruit some mercenaries. These units are very good. Takes years, well, yeah, years to build units, but I can go and spawn them in with some mercenaries. So that's pretty good going right there. Still, yeah, no money. Can't do much. Yeah. And I have a mission to take a settlement. Very kindly they gave me this mission, which I can't do because I have no units to take that. The Foldberg I'm quite happy to hold. They're looking kind of weak. So what we're going to do right now, build a watchtower, go back in with a Shagbug, the absolute legend. Oh, okay. I was going to attack, but look, they have another army. This seems to be a constant thing, constant holding the east flank. Saruman, this campaign is tough, but we can do it. We can help. We're doing very well. This Gondor stuff is a problem, but we're making money. We're investing it back into our infrastructure, and we're looking good. Okay. But Rohirrim have attacked once again into this Foldberg. They've got a lot of rams, but it's the same old story. Everything that we have, we're pouring in, and Gondor have turned up with a few armies just to make life tougher. And we can't really build anything down there. So what I'm going to do is you guys, Saruman can move the furthest. So, but we're going to need everything. We're going to have to go down. We're going to have to try and hold off. I trust the Foldberg. Oh dear. Enedwaith turned up. I found their city up here. And as I found their city... Oh, there's another city here. Enedwaith town. They've turned up on my doorstep. Now, this is my plan battles when I fight the Rohirrim in the Foldberg. Look at this. Just spears everywhere. They come in. They have captains that aren't the greatest. We kill their captains, or they run away once they get stabbed a lot. If they got a proper general, run away, and then I try my best to mop them up and try and finish them off. But this is it. Just piling everyone in. I use these defenders, these militia defenders, to just sacrifice themselves because they just get respawned every time after a battle. Or they get despawned and then they respawn at max. And this is it. The big meat grinder. But here we are, Enedwaith, our neighbours in the north, you know, that we never met, never bumped into, have just turned up and declared war on us. So that's great. I had enemies east and south, and now I've got enemies in the north. But here they are, the Gondorians are up against us. Here we go, Saruman has gone over. They haven't brought a general, so this is a victory for me. Come on, kill their general, their captain, and we will win. And there you go. That's exactly what happened. I picked on their captain, killed him off, their army flees. But there's quite a few enemies in there. Really good thing they haven't sent a general, because this would be a big problem. We're still saving that save, Saruman. We're still holding on. And they're actually going west. So we killed Enedwaith, and there's an actual general. Okay, things are looking tough, but here we go. There must be more cities down here, because I doubt they came that far Enedwaith to attack us. This army here, we need to go west. We need to go and support. There's Gondor, Enedwaith for here. I can't even afford mercenaries anymore. Not ideal. We're still holding off the Foldberg. We've had another attack, and we still can't recruit anything. And that makes me think, although we want growth in our cities, we might have to start taxing to get as much money. Every penny would count. Because if I'd done this last turn, I could have got those mercenaries. Okay, so ended the turn. Got attacked by Enedwaith. Right here, they got ballista, but they still sieged it. So that's a good sign. That means they're scared. Haven't really got much here. I don't really want to lose those generals, but they're very good. So I think we can hold off because Enedwaith and Gondor aren't allies. There must be a city around here somewhere. There's roads. I'm following roads, but I can't see a city. And here we have Saruman. He's a great general. There's a captain. There's a captain. So I think he should be able to deal with this. But I'm not really sure what to do. I don't want to overcommit, because if I overcommit, it could be game over.
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay, so Saruman here, he's dealt with the armies. And when I dealt with it, it showed us a city right here. And I've got options. I can attack the city, or I can head down south. We'll drop a watchtower. I think I'm going to have to go down south and help out, because there's too many armies. Okay, so I made the move south. I was able to beat the Enedwaith army here. As soon as I did that, Gondor attacked. But I'm trying to drop Saruman down to help out. But I don't know if he's actually needed. And look, another army has appeared up here that I found with my diplomat. My diplomat basically just a spy because I can't really do anything. And look, they have more stuff. Look, check this out. Ceasefire, never. That's very hard for you. They're just not even interested. Okay, so here we have it. Lurtz and his fellow general against these Gondorians. And I'll show this one just to show you what it's like. So here we go. Berserker and Rurik bodyguard. These guys, their stats aren't amazing. They've got no armor, but they've got good defensive skill. And look at these guys. They're good. These are just generic Uruk-hai. Quite a lot of them, 72. And they're just really good in a fight. So here they come. Enemies fight. They brought Corsair Raiders, which are actually really rubbish. And what I'm going to do is I'll do it on fast forward. And I'll get there before they can use that battering ram. Because then I can run back in if I need and recover and get some energy and stuff if need be. But in a one-on-one fight against these guys, my general unit, especially with look at Lurtz's experience, he's got 3 experienced, what's it, chevrons? Experience marks? Who knows? But look, these guys absolutely brutalise the enemy. I've lost a few men, 6 bodyguards, but look, sandwiching the enemy, surrounding them, and I will click in behind, because if you click in behind it, if you double click on an attack order, they kind of just stand in front of them and attack. But if you double click in behind the enemy, your men run forward towards that point, and then if you tell them to attack, they'll attack from that point. So you can actually get in and amongst the enemy units. So we're absolutely thrashing them. Like the Corsairs are basically already gone. There we go. Click in behind. They'll run a bit closer, and then when they attack, they're actually in amongst them. That's a good tactic that you can use. Look, yeah, and then your men can get a bit of a surrounding behind. And it's like medieval Total War in this game. Like, is the mod of it, so you can see that they all individually fight, and it just looks awesome. This game it's aged very well. I think it's awesome. Anyway, tell me what you think. Look, here you go. Let's have a little look at these men. 11 defense, 8 attack. They're good archers, but they're not fighting, so we're able to absolutely slaughter them. There we go. Enemy general dead. That is one of their captains. That was one of the general of the Gondorians. There you go, Dunir, and they were just not very good men compared to my men. So it turns out I have better generals. I'm not sure about my infantry compared to theirs. They're probably like about the same. But with my generals being what they are, we can win a lot of these battles, and that's basically how we're winning all of these things. Look at that, heroic victory, lost 25, slaughtered the enemy. Very simple, and that is how we're surviving. Been given some missions. We're here to send emissaries. Basically what I'm doing, I can't ally with people, but I can get trade rights. That's basically missions, so that's like free money. So that's essentially, I'm able to get a little bit of money from doing those missions. And then they give me a mission to take a city, and it's all game over until they stops. But this is a problem. But as you can see, I was followed them with Saruman. Saruman is working away. Enedwaith is charging their forces deep into enemy land around me, but I am actually able to prepare. They've actually run past the weaker cities to get to these more powerful ones, which has actually suited me. Oh!
Wait a minute!
Did you see what I saw? That looked like the trees, the Ents, had actually left Isengard. That's interesting. I need to know more about that. I don't really want to move men away from the Foldberg, 'cause it's very important, but there's only 64 of these guys.
Come on!
Oh, look! The Pink Panther, Captain Pink himself, look at this, has pulled out of Isengard, leaving it with one bloke behind. I wonder if they're going to kill that one unit I ran out to go and scout, but that is exciting news. But as exciting as it is, let's deal with the local enemy. Look at this, Saruman the White, able to smash this. I reckon I could probably auto that. Let's have a look. Yeah, well done. Game understands that would have been about the same result. Love auto-resolve, because man, this campaign has taken hours already. Absolute hours just fighting all these individual battles. So to do an auto-resolve every now and then, I hope you guys let me do it, because it's so, like, it takes a lot of time. So, okay, what we're going to do is their army is out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack Isengard and try and build some siege and see if we can get in. All we need is one battering ram, and if we can get that built, I'll reinforce, we attack, and we will rush Isengard and try and keep it. Let's see if that works. Right, here we go. We have a big city here, and the enemy have rallied out to attack us, and the city has joined the attack. But when I say they've rallied out, an army from the side, this one, with the Moot Speaker himself, which is the leader of their entire faction. 10-star, but look, that general's not that good. I reckon we can actually take that. These men don't look that scary. Look at these guys. Enedwaith, they're quite good. They're not that good. I think our Isengard men are better than these. And if we can get on top of that Moot Speaker, I think we can do a lot of damage. So let's get involved and let's see what Enedwaith are like in a 1v1 fight. Okay, so it's quite a dark night, which is always great when you're recording videos, but that's okay. So we have the enemy coming out of the city, and I'm just shooting them with archers, and I'm trying to get Saruman to hold them off. Okay, and now we're going to retreat a bit as they come out and have skirmishes. What we're going to try and do, my plan is to kill the Moot Speaker, because I want to be able to kill a big general of the enemy nation. Let's be honest, that's quite a cool thing. So we'll try and get on top of this army, we'll smash it to pieces, and then we will try and look at trying to wipe out everyone in the city, and then taking the city ourselves. So by them attacking, we're going to counter-attack. So we'll use our heavy cavalry, or our light cavalry, our wargs, hit and run. We'll try and pin them, and then we'll try and hit them from the side and try and get rid of their general, who, these guys aren't that good, and our infantry, I think, can go toe-to-toe with them. And then we'll use this OP cavalry charges in this game that will absolutely decimate pretty much any nation. Even if you've got, like, weak cavalry, you can do a lot of damage if you hit and run. But this is going alright. Let's try and hit them more with arrows, try and soften them up, keep them distracted for a bit longer. Come on, cavalry. I do most battles on plus speed just because it's an absolute it takes a long time. But that's all good. So I need these cavalry really to do a bit more damage. Hit from this side when you charge, because their general will always be on the left side of a unit, and we will try and get the better of them. Okay, so later in the battle, there we go. Always hit them on the left side. We got the Moot Speaker. That is a big win. All right. Okay, and I thought I'd be better in this, but this is quite a close battle. But Saruman probably won't face that many good men. The Reavers managed to hold on for a long time, which was good. Imagine trying to do that in one of the modern Total Wars. Hold a line for quite a while. That doesn't often happen. Whereas in these ones, you can actually get units to hold and keep them there. So we will keep hitting and running. And here we go. Eventually, after all this tactics, we might be able to get the better of their other general unit. There you go. Killed the general in the city. That should start a rout. I don't have many men left, as you can probably tell. This has been a much closer battle than I thought it would be. The enemy actually fought quite well. But I got their general. If you've killed over 90% of an enemy force, they normally rout or disband. So that's the magic number. Make sure you kill 90%, which I think I've done. And now we're going to get Saruman up front. We'll try and keep the other men. We might be able to use the other men later on. We might get some, some men might recover after the battle. This is always quite useful. I will shoot them with some arrows, because it turns out Saruman's got crossbowmen who are actually quite good. Look at that, absolutely flatten them. We're going to end it there. Look at that for a victory. It's a clear victory, but to me that's a heroic victory. That was close. And we're going to execute them, meaning they've got nowhere left in that city. So, Karas, you are ours. That is our first city taken, and we're going to need money. I don't want to exterminate because we need population. But they're looting. I'm going to sack it and take the money and invest it. So, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to give up the west. this army is too big for me to fight. So we're going to give it up. We're going to retreat to make a shorter border with Karas as our main city. And then we will hopefully reinforce and push back out and try and take those back. It means it's a shorter border because I don't have Enedwaith from the north and Gondor from the south coming in behind. Yeah, that's fine. We're giving it up. Let's see how it affects money. And it looks like it's actually affected my money. Balon is actually quite rich. This is not good. I gave it up thinking it wouldn't be that important, but look at the difference it's made. Right, okay, so we're going to have to rethink it. I've made a huge mistake. I basically have to all or nothing at the moment. So I've sent Saruman the White up to fight off Enedwaith's units, and then we're going to try and take Lond and Gren. Karas might revolt for a turn, but that's fine. We'll bring Saruman back after he's taken out those units. But we really need loot. We really need to win some battles. So look at this. Right here. Rohan have attacked me, that's fine. But what I've noticed is I've got some spare units back here that can't reinforce the Fulberg. And Treebeard is left all by himself. So what I've done is I've grabbed a unit and I've besieged it. These guys revolted, but I've sent back Saruman to go fight. Lurtz is going down south to this castle to take it back because it turns out it's quite important. And I've swapped out the generals so that this general can take Lond and Gren. And we have an ally here who has come to help out. You know, my ally is actually doing something, but we are losing money. So we need to all or nothing. So you guys, go and help out. And let's see. Look. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I think I can do this. So here we go. We've got a few units. We've got our Reavers, which have like wood cutting axes. So this is fine. And what's crazy about Isengard is it's a massive city. And look at this. It's got nothing in it. But it's got no towers. So it's not going to shoot my men. So I can just rush forward. Keep as many of them alive. We're sending in the Reavers with their axes. Because they're going to go cut some wood. Let's see what we can do to these Ents who are the catapult Ents. They will have 3 chevrons of experience. They are good enemy units. They are very strong, but let's absolutely surround them. Let's get everything we can. And they've kind of stuck very close to the tower, which just means they're quite hard to like maneuver around because it's like a custom city. They can be quite tricky. Let's just pile everyone in. And yeah, these Ents seem quite powerful. We've lost quite a few men. Come on, everyone else, get involved. Get in. Let's help out. And I think we might be able to kill. You know, does Treebeard count as a fellowship member? Definitely not. But maybe this counts as killing Pippin and Merry. I think this counts as killing Pippin and Merry. Surely. But here they are. The Ents fighting away. They're quite quick for trees. They're being quite hasty in their fighting. But it looks like we've got the better of them. We definitely have the better of them. Look at this. We absolutely slaughtered them. And check it out. Inside the tower is an Ent. They're like hacking. There we go. We've got Treebeard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Treebeard is dead. He was much smaller than the others, it turned out. Right in here is one more Ent. I can kill their catapults, but I can't kill the Ent because the Ent is, look at him, in the wall, just kicking my men. Can't kill him. Hacking. So I have to exit, and that counts as a defeat because I killed Treebeard. It's empty. But I can't fight it because my men lost. Look at that. That is unbelievable. Game. What's going on? But, you know, I'll be able to find some way to deal with it. Here we go. Can you reach? No. Right. Can anyone reach? Someone will reach. Next turn, we'll walk in and hopefully no one reinforces. But we're looking quite good. Alright, end of the turn. Look at this. Look at this. We have got Isengard back and it hasn't been renamed.
I'm new, bro!
But who cares? We're getting money. 1,300 a turn. Q stalled because I got no money. That's fine, whatever. But yeah, this is looking good. Look, Enedwaith attacked Dunnard, but with nothing. I'm able to... Well, I'm going to have to fight here. This is going to be quite a tough battle. There's a lot of enemies here. Okay, so that turn, lots of fights. Enemy units weren't the best, but Lurtz was able to beat armies off.
Ooh, you're hard.
And we made to attack an army and it retreated into here. Not really able to charge people down with cavalry because we've got wargs. They're not actually that good.
Yes, Lord.
But look, we've got Isengard,
No
and
sleeping here.
turns out the rest of the Ents don't really seem to care. They're just hanging out outside. Captain Pink doesn't seem to mind. But look, I can build bodyguards. Now that's important. I need as many bodyguards as I can get. Be nice to have as many of these as possible. But look, takes 7 turns before it's next available for all of that stuff. 7 turns. Takes such a long time to get reinforcements in this game. Okay, I think we're going to stop it there. We have done quite well. We have had revenge on the Fellowship. We're holding off the enemy, but we're not beating them, but we're holding them off, which is very good. We're fighting on 3 fronts. We are losing money, but we're getting there. We've only taken 1 place, but we've started well, and we are surviving. I won't say that we're saved this save, but I think we've survived. So I think we can tick that we're survived. I think we can tick that we've got Isengard, because we've got Isengard. We lost it, but we got it back. And we can tick that we've beaten the Fellowship, because we've killed all the local guys who were around. That's a great victory. Now all we need to do is take the battle to Rohan. And I'm a bit annoyed about Enedwaith and Gondor attacking me as well. It would have been much easier without them. But I think we try and take the battle to all of them and see how it goes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one as we try and take the battle to Rohan.